Hello and welcome back to Rollercoaster Tycoon, the Geoffrey Gardens park, which is currently in the final stages. I mean, it's been a long road to get to this point, but finally we're nearing the end of this park. We're nearing completion, and you might wonder why we're looking at this. Look at our guest count over here. We are only 6 guests shy of our goal, and all that without any of those cheesy, cheaty, dirty, and don't ever want to use them advertising campaigns. Yeah, buying guests, I think that's the most cheap and non-sportsman, good tycoonish like way of winning the parks. It's like the emergency measure, you know. You never want to resort to using it unless you absolutely have to, because otherwise you would have a park failure. And we managed without it. And I thought that when I first started this park that this would be crazy difficult, but I've been just building, and I must admit I've passed the game a lot more in this park than in any previous scenario, and it paid off. Look, it's August. We had 2 crashes thanks to the cooker apparatus, and we made it with a good margin. Well, I'm saying that, we haven't technically made it, and everything could go wrong. If anyone coasted crashes with like 30 guests on it, that could be game over. But that's not going to happen, or at least I hope. Let's pray I didn't jinx it just there. Now, last time we built this awesome slide with amazing ratings. The Deceiver with a 5.70 excitement, which I deem as really, really good. However, and hey, you know what, we haven't even checked? What the ratings are on the Terra Haunter. I mean, I'm just looking at it and I'm like, what are those ratings? We're gonna find out. Oh my, 4.36? Wow, that's good. That is actually really high for a gentle ride, you know that. Right, the Terra Haunter is yet another success then. Good, good. Now, the thing is, last time we built this slide, and that was kind of like an effort to save up some money so that we could build the coaster over here that I want so badly, or maybe even just finish this mediocre Red 88. But in terms of money, I don't consider this to be enough to wait. What? Hold on, get back there, Tooltip. Tooltip, get back. We make $12 a week. I don't know, game, but your calculations are miles off, really. In any case, the 5,500 that we have right now are in no way near enough to build the coaster that I want, which is this one and this one. No way close. We need at least 10 grand to start with this one, and actually more, around 13, 15 grand to start with this one. So yeah, oh look, then we get this one, also crazy expensive. Thanks game, it was just the thing I needed. Balls. What are the eggheads doing now, by the way? They're designing more roller coasters. The last roller coaster, actually. Huh, that's odd. I mean, assuming that the last one is going to be the steel roller coaster. Let's just assume that. It doesn't have to be. That means that we missed the wooden one, you know, the twist one, the upgraded version. We missed the single track coaster. We missed the horses coaster. We missed the bobsled coaster. We missed the improved version of this one, the inversed one. Wow, that's quite a lot of coasters that we don't have, assuming that we get the steel coaster right now. We also missed the vertical coaster, you know, the one with the big spire. Oh my, and I thought that because this was the final park we would get all of them. Clearly, I was in the wrong there. Well, so we actually have a limited choice. Well, not that it matters for us, because our designs are just crazy mad, especially this slide, man, even though, you know, it almost looks like the head of a snake, yeah? If this were to be mirrored, it could have been like a cobra. Wow, that's cool, man. Never even now that I'm looking at it, I'm like, wow, it looks like a pair of snakes just, you know, scooting up, like moving forward. Right, anyway, my point that I was trying to get to is that we don't have enough money to build the coasters, so we need to resort to building more cheap stuff. And that more cheap stuff is gonna come in the form of a haunting mansion, or the Kruger house, because we already have the haunting mansion. And more water rides, mainly the log fume. I mean, the slide is expensive, but the slide was cheap, but the log fume is equally as cheap. You're also cheap, but I generally build you bigger and larger, so you tend to be more expensive. So we're gonna build the log fume for now. And well, actually, we're gonna build the Kruger mansion first, and we're gonna build it all the way in the corner there. However, I'm getting ahead of myself. I mean, this is the last bit of the park. Afterwards, oh man, I'm excited for that, in case you couldn't tell. So let's do a quick vandalism check. You know, we should not forget our good routines that have brought us this far. And it seems that, well, you know what, let's get a different view on the matter, just so that we can spot. Actually, I don't think we've had this view before. So just to, you know, to spice things. Oh my good grief, look at you. Alright, handy dude, whoever is responsible for this. What are you doing? You're what? How did you get there? I mean, he's trapped on the queue line, but he has no way of accessing that. How did that ever happen, really? That's odd. Well, I know that, you know, sometimes, and I've been noticing this, you know, the larger the parks get, sometimes the staff just glitches off, so to say. Now, they just glitch away and then they magically jump up, you know. As if like transitioning from a tile sometimes goes wrong. And clearly it's gone wrong over here. Dude, you got some work to do. Yeah. And it's actually a miracle as well that even though there is this much vomit, nothing has been demolished so far. At least as far as I can tell, everything is still rather nice. They don't mind the vomit so much. I mean, it's so much. It's practically running down into the lake, pretty much. Wow, that's bad. That's really bad. In any case, that seemed to be quite alright. So we'll do the quick pricing check of this method. And I must admit that I'm more and more starting to not trust this method so much. Not because I don't think it's good. I mean, it's pretty clever, but you know, I mean, the calculations are sometimes a little bit off as well. Like $12 profit a week. I can tell you one thing, that with such a long list of rides like this, $12 of profit, no, that's just totally not true. But the Red 88, wow, it is insanely popular. Look at that. It's not for the... You know why that might be, actually? Why this is such an insanely popular ride? Because it is a bit in the middle. It's the middle ground coaster that we pretty much do not have. Well, you know, the wood steel. You are also a... Well, actually not. You are a bit more on the higher end. This is a really reasonably mediocre coaster. Maybe I should not change this and add the last bits that I originally wanted here. Maybe I should not, so that... Yeah, well, this is just some startup, well, you know, that's giving me like a distorted picture over here of the profit because it's just opened. I don't know. In any case, we've done our routine checks, and what we're gonna do now is get ourselves this Kruger mansion right in the very corner over here, for which we do need to remove some greenery. There. Right, now, I mean, nice tucked away, you know, nobody will know that it's there, which, well, isn't really the point, but, yeah, well, what can we do? Now, we will place it like this, and we do need to clear off a way here for the path, so we'll do that. No, well, I mean, this is just gonna be simple, right? There's no tricks or anything, or crazy designs or what have ya. This is just plain and simple. Boom, downwards. We also don't need benches there, so nothing is to worry about. Is that hooked up? Yeah, I guess it is. Yeah, it is indeed. Alright. Ooh, and look at this, ladies and gentlemen. We have passed the 2000 guest marker. Nice, nice, nice. I feel like the park is in the pocket. Even though I know that it isn't, I feel as if it is. So, nice. The Crooker Mansion then, huh? We will price this with $3. There. We will set it to the 10-minute inspection time that we use for all of our rides. We will open it up and we're gonna call it the... Yeah... we could call this so many things, but... what it basically is just a skewed mirror house. So, why don't we call this mirror, mirror on the wall? That's what we call you. Yeah, alright. Mirror, mirror on the wall. Alright, it's not the most creative of names, but hey, that doesn't really matter that much. No need to set up any coloring. What we do get is a Handy Dude. Handy Dude 37. I think that, you know, that is quite a feat actually. I don't know whether or not that's actually a good feat, but 37 Handy Dudes is quite a lot. Now, we have this. Let's get ourselves the next ride. And you know what? Maybe we should not get ourselves the next ride. Maybe we should think about getting ourselves some facilities down here. Excuse me. Now, what I'm thinking is that just this general back area over here, which I'm encircling with the mouse right now, that is where I want the facilities. Because we have facilities over here. I don't mind if there isn't a thing everywhere, but if we get like most of the stuff in this general area, we'd be doing alright. So let's try and get that sorted. Now for that, you know what we're gonna do? I see two nice places for it already. There. Those are two places that I think could use something. Oh yeah, like a souvenir shop for example. Ooh, that would be very, very tempting. But we're also gonna get ourselves an information kiosk over here, so that makes the souvenirs all at this... No. That's not what I wanted. Yes. Oh. I wanted the information kiosk right next to it. There, we're gonna get that. Now, I don't really know what the colors were that we went with for umbrellas and whatnot. Yeah, it was white. I believe we had another info kiosk over here. What color do you have? Black. I believe that the color for these umbrellas is gonna be grey. I mean, I don't think there's a surprise there, but it doesn't matter. Now, this is like, you know, now we have like a nice triangle. We have at the entrance, we have in this corner, and all the way over in this corner. That's a good distribution, you know. I mean, guests will need those maps and all that. It's not like they're totally pointless. So, how are we gonna name this? We will call this, the Nav Corner. Where? Nav Corner. Right, okay. That's one shop and store in place. We also need a toilet over here, clearly. So, let's see. We could place one there. I'm more favoring this location over here though. Actually, I mean toilets, the furthest one that we got, you know, the closest one is this one. I feel like toilets, they should be placed a little bit more commonly. So, we're gonna get one right over here as well. Because, well, you know, toilets, yeah, we need more of those, I feel, you know. Good bathroom coverage is also a really important point for the guests. They will stay longer in the park if they can go to the bathroom quickly and easily. So we'll call this the dump. Because that's what you do at a bathroom, right? And we will also place one, I mean we got one over there, we will also place one over here. I'm thinking right here would be a good spot. I mean, at most, you guys would have to... it's all about walk time, really. I mean, this and here can be as close as you want, but the walk time is quite a miles away. So I'm thinking over here is good. This one's also relatively close by, so yeah. It's going to be over there. Let's see, like so. We need to get this toilet out there. No, not like that. I want to demolish that, yes. And then there, that's more like it. Right, we will call this the external digester. Yeah, most definitely. It's also very sketchy that this toilet is right next to this lake. I hope the water stays clean. Toilet, I'm looking at you. Now, that's like facilities, you know, like maps and toilets. We then can think about building all the rest. So we're definitely gonna get a souvenir hut. Probably, it's probably gonna be around over here. No. You know, we could also place it over here. Though that would remove a bench, which I feel like we're really going to need. So, and there's already an info kiosk there. You know what, we'll place it right over here. But we will place more. We'll also place one at the bazaar. Though we'll do that later. So, for the moment, for the time being, we're only gonna see cuddly bears. Because that's what they sell over here, I believe. Don't they? Yeah, cuddly toy. Well, we're only gonna have cuddly toys over here, and they're going to be pink, because cuddly toys are pink, right? Otherwise, they aren't cuddly. We're gonna call this Toy Story. There. I mean, just, you know, to lure in kids, because they all know Toy Story, right? So... wow, there's only expensive stuff there. That's good. I like that. Then we're going to need a drink stall. Where is it? I know it's there. There. Right. We need... you close down. I kind of don't really want to build over here on the inside of the lake just yet, because I might need that space for future construction. So I want to leave that free, which I guess that place over there is the right spot for the drink stall then, I guess. Yeah, alright, fine. Now we're going to call this... how about we're going to call this... Pep no. Pep no. Instead of Pepsi, we're gonna call this Pep. No, that's cheap. You know what? We're gonna call this Pep Wee, which I believe you write like this. Pep Wee? Wee! Yeah, alright, yeah, Pep Wee! Which is totally the, you know, the implication of French translated by me. Now, we do need also some food stuff, and let's see, how are we doing in terms of space over here? Yeah, well, you're right, you know what we'll do? We'll lower you, and then we'll get this, the lolly stick. Which is actually the candy apple stall. Of course, how could I have forgotten? We'll call this the lolly stick though, because, yeah, that's pretty cool. Well, cool. That's what I first went with, so that's how we're going to name it. Then, I guess we would also want something else over here, possibly. You know, we could go with a shop and stall over here, really. We might as well do so. We're gonna go with... you know what, let's go with popcorn over there. There. Right. I don't know why we would really want popcorn near the water side. I guess it would be salted with lake salt. Yeah, right. Lake salt salt rice. Well, it is rice technically. You know, popped. No, it's actually corn, isn't it? Yeah. Of course, it's in the name. Duh. Oh man, I'm face palming here in real life right now. Of course, it's popcorn. So we're gonna call this lake salted corn popped. There. Besides, I think that salt popcorn is way better than that sweet popcorn crap. So there, right. That is a lot better when it comes to facilities. Though I still feel that this stretch over here is somewhat barren of stuff. Maybe we should add something over here. Like remove one of these hearts and then add like, you know what? That's exactly what we're gonna do. We're gonna remove 2 of them. And then what we're gonna do is we're going to add... Well, I've added... Oh no, we have this. The sugar thingy. Cotton candy hut. Oh yeah, we're definitely gonna get that. This is going to be... well, we could call it the destroyer of teeth. But we will call this... yeah, lip sticky. Because that's what you get, sticky lips when you eat this stuff. Oh, that's so clever. So clever. Ingenious, I might add. Oh yes. And for the rest, you know, maybe... how are we doing? Let's just disable the rides. Not the rides then, but... not the rides. I said rides. I'm pressing the wrong buttons. There, now let's see, how are we doing with the balloons? I mean, I see plenty of balloons in all kinds of colors around here. Yeah, we have the white one close by. We also have the souvenir stall over there. We need like the hat stall or something to be placed over here. So, even though I wouldn't mind... well, you know, the drink stall is relatively far, is it now? Yeah, you'd have to go all the way around over here to get there. Though, is it really that far? There's also one over there. No, we're gonna wait till we get another shop and stall. I shouldn't be wanting to just build them for the sake of building them. So, right, good. Well, then it is time that we get ourselves the log film. Now that we got them facilities covered and taken care of, let's see. Well, what's missing over here, though, in my eyes, is something that contains a little bit of meat. And let's also get a burger bar out here. I think that would be an absolutely brilliant move. Yes, that's exactly what we're gonna do. Right, burger bar. Of course, how could we do without you? You are what keeps this park going. There. Right, so the burger bar is gonna get a name, and this is going to be called Burger Queen. I know, original, not, doesn't matter. Now, for the log fume, which we're gonna build in an effort to save up money, and we need at least 10 grand to even get a somewhat of a start for this coaster. And we're not going to modify this coaster, by the way, because it's just way too freaking popular. Look at that. This is a mediocre coaster that does outstandingly well in this park. I don't get really why. Well, I do guess really, and that is because all the other coasters are just crazy intense, but we're not going to modify it. So that means that the other coasters kind of have to do a little bit of the things I had planned. And that's going to be difficult because... See, I'll spill the beans here. What I wanted was a set of loops here so that once the coasters go through these helixes, you know, they can then go up through a loop. Which I think would be pretty cool if we have like 4 loops set up here in sequence. And then we'd have, you know, 4 tracks all bearing down and then going through and then do some cool shenanigans over here, avoiding this. So we're gonna have a really tight build that revolves going around this area. I want to keep this free, so maybe once over the water and then do some cool stuff just general over here, you know, on this side. I kind of got this in mind for, you know, those coasters. However, as it currently stands with the current Well, changes in the plans. What we would need to do is, because this coaster is such a success, the Red 88, that we're going to keep it as is. I'm not going to modify it in any way. What we need to do then is, the coasters that we're going to build over here, that need to go through, then make 2 loops with one of them and 2 with the other. However, the other, that last one's going to have to build the loops around the track rather than the track through the loops. And that is difficult, so to say the least. What are the height markers over here? 20 and 20. So ideally the loop would be also around height, a little bit below height 20 would be good, I guess. Yeah, a little bit below. See, yeah, we're gonna go through here like this, which means we will come back with low speed. So we first have to make a drop. So the loops ideally are somewhat set up right at this line above this, which is already. Maybe I should forego those loops, or build them over here, of course. And we could do that, and then we leave this whole area open for other stuff that we can build. That's a good idea. We'll build those loops over here. It's gonna make this area even more tied up and cramped already, but that's fine, because this is all for the coasters. There's not gonna be anything else here. So then, we would want those loops to be at as low as possible, really. Which I guess would be equal to starting at height 14. If we have to do lots of terraforming, that's totally fine. I totally don't mind, so there we go. Now, alright, I think I got a plan here. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna have these coasters, they're gonna be synced up, they're gonna be paralleled, and we're gonna start out with the there's an issue right here that I kind of hadn't foreseen. I want to build this so that it can go, vertical drop through the helixes, but this one does not do loops. They're not there. See? No loop. This one does, but it's more expensive. Alright, fine, we'll just build a log fuel because that's what I wanted to do in the first place anyway. We're gonna build those over here. We're gonna have them face this direction, and we're gonna hook them up to this stretch of path here and this one. So it's gonna be, like this above, and then utilize the hill for good lifting. Stay relatively close to the hill too. Go down around the tower if possible, then some shenanigans over here, maybe above the slide, and then maybe below the slide, and then maybe up there once again. I don't know, we'll see. At first we're gonna get it started. It's gonna be 1 above the water level, so that means that we need to start out over there. I don't really want it to be... Well, actually this is kind of like a good place to start it. I didn't really want the station to just start out over there, because obviously that's bad. So, alright. Well, in any case, we want to return like this. So, that's a given. How far do we go? Oh, that is interesting. We might be just in the right... No, we're not. Right. So right now we're looking at an entrance and an exit over there. Fine. We'll go up. Curve. Go up further. Now we need to go 2 up here. Fine. Alright, so far so good. And we got the wooden twist. Oh my good lord. That opens up a lot of new possibilities. Sweet! Sweet! Oh, nice, nice, nice. This one is also perfectly capable of going through these loops. It doesn't have a loop itself, but it's perfectly capable of doing it. And it's cheap. It can be done very well, in fact. Oh man, the game is making it rough for me. First though, let's finish off this log fuel. I mean, I want to, I've been saying that for like I don't know how many times now, and each and every time something else just comes up which makes me, get sidetracked really. Now look at this. Just look at how freaking high this thing has gone. This has gone to height 18 from a 7 high station. And it's gonna... Ooh, that's an issue. We need to be going over here then. And then we'll do the drop. And the drop, ladies and gentlemen, is big. And big is what we like. That's what she said. Yeah, look at this. We can even go up some further, I believe, to have another drop right above the path. Small one, I know. That's alright. Now we will have another small drop, I guess. It's not really going how I had anticipated. It's kind of like going the other way, and we need to return over here. That's alright. That's not a biggie, really. You know what? Maybe if we S-bend over here to the right. Yeah, okay. That leaves me in a nice place here, so that we can go down. Oh, then the slide is in the way. Now we could go down and just do the curve. Now the slide won't be in the way. There, now we're at height 6. And what we could even do, which the curves don't really allow for that, do they? No. I was thinking about maybe making the track in the water like we've done with the river ride, but this ride does not really allow for that well, so I don't think we should even bother. And we start running into issues that we can overcome though, if we only play it clever and smart, which is of course my trademark. We need to stay at height 6 for now though, so that we can put up here. Actually, we would not really need to, as long as I go over here. Yes, and now I want to. It doesn't allow. Oh man. Well, let's just quickly get back to this. What I want is to kind of like make it go cool in a way so that we can get back towards our station. There's an issue with that because what I could do of course is just curve, go around the tower once so that we have height, and then drop it over here and then back. That sounds almost like a plan, you know what? Let's see if we can get that sorted then. Are we heading right at the tower now? We are. Of course we are. I mean, why would anything we come up with work right away? Huh? Oh. And that is another issue. Another issue that can be overcome if we... the boat hive is actually in the way. Alright. Well, that is most certainly an issue. Let's see. We could go up, of course, first. Which would leave me in the right spot, I believe. It's right. Oh no! No! Not again! You are such a bad ride. And it has been fixed already. Look at that. It has been fixed. We'll open it up. But do you see what the game's doing over here? In September, it is crashing a ride on us. We better need to get this sorted quickly, this ride, so that we can build more, because, this could end so poorly. In any case, what we're gonna do is, what I want is an S-bend. And we are at height 10, aren't we? Get an S-bend, go up 2, and then, you know, do some cool stuff, go back. That's what we're gonna be doing. Oh man, that's bad. That really is. Oh, and that is of course not gonna happen. Come on, game, really? There is the... this is so annoying. I mean, we're just barely going in between here. Whatever I manage to do it like this, this has a lot more potential, I think. Yeah, 4 people have died. No! What is our park rating even? 6? Oh man! That is so poor. You know, we could even lose the park on park rating if it had dropped any further. Oh wow, that is poor, man. Why, game? Well, actually, I kind of know why, and it kind of is my own fault in a way, I feel. Because I am not closing that ride. Right, what we need is an S-bend over here. And then just a drop, just like that. Okay, but one higher there. There, and it's done. Right, okay, we're quickly going to test this. And you guys, watch the test ride for me while I'm quickly gonna go about and hook things up here. Which also needs doing, it's equally as important. I think this wouldn't be such a bad idea for a queue, and then boom. Boom shakalaka. Hooked up. And then we're gonna go like this. Of course we won't, because there's a lock fume in the way, or so the game says. This lock fume though is quite cool. It goes up so high. It just, well, we kind of need to open that up, and we're gonna set the minimum waiting time to at least 22 seconds or something, 23 even. Because I can see this being a very long ride, especially this lift. This should go relatively fast, but then, and then there's this bit. Might not be that long really, maybe 20 seconds is a bit over the top, maybe I should go with 18. Fine. 18 it is. We're gonna charge $5 for this one though, because clearly this one is good. Has it affected the Deceiver? No, not in any way. Fine. We're gonna call this... we will call this... the logger. No. We'll call this log damage. Yeah, I don't think I've actually named anything after myself in any of my parks at all up until now. Well, I guess there must be a first for everything then, right? Well, how about the paint job that we're gonna give it? I'm looking at this, and I'm also looking at my cache, which actually makes me let the game run for a little bit, so that we can get some nice coloring out there. I don't want to go with something purple. We're gonna go with something brighter. And then on the inside, and this is also the support color, of course. I guess we could go with a red here. And then a darker blue on the inside. Yeah, maybe an icy white. How about a green? Does that look... Well, it actually matches the thingy over there quite well. I like that. Wow, look at our guest count. It is declining now so rapidly because of that crash. That was such not a nice thing, really, that crash. Oh man. Right, so we got this. Well, this whole thing is just sorted, really. I guess what we now need to do is just place some benches, and that's it, really. Maybe get a handy dude out there. How about a no entry sign? Yeah, I thought that I was done with it, but clearly we weren't. Handy dude, Handy dude 38 already. Wow. That's a lot, man. We have so much stuff here. We're becoming like, you know, a big corporation almost. Damage Incorporation. Now, it is September year 4 and we have pretty much 10 grants. So, despite us not having ratings for this ride, and it will be a while before we have them, what we're gonna do is we're gonna start construction of the coaster. Now the coaster is going to be placed over here. Oh, you know what we should do first though? Not as important, but quite important. We should get ourselves a souvenir stall at the bazaar. Yeah. Right. The bazaar, of course, needs a souvenir stall. And instead of pink, we're gonna go with purple. Or did we have that last time? In that case, I believe we did not have these. So we're gonna go with those, and we're gonna call this Piglets, the cuddly piglets. Right, because that's what you buy there, right? Even though I don't really know, and I don't think you can even see it. Do we have any guests with any of those cuddly animals walking around? No, I don't see it anywhere. There are probably guests who have bought it, but I don't see it. What are the guests thinking? No guest are thinking anything about this. Though he has sold 23 in total, so there we go. Now, having set that up there, yeah, the coaster. We're gonna be building it over here, and we're gonna set it up in pretty much the same fashion as we have over here. You know, with 2 stations, each facing toward each other rather than in parallel. Now, the first station, I'm probably going to make that. Oh, and we should also decide on what coaster we're gonna get. Oh man, that's gonna be a tough choice, really. I'm really tempted for that one because it's so cheap, but it does not have loops. The only one that has, nor does this one, so what we, you know, realistically speaking, what we should do is go with this one, but this one just is not ready. I mean, we are not ready for this one, though maybe we're making now enough money right now to, well, because what we want really is for it to go through here, you know, so we need at least a lift. We then need it to go through. And, well, really, because here's what I'm thinking, right? We're gonna have one coaster that goes through. If the other one does not go through, then we can have that one have the loops and all that in it. So maybe we should make this one just have the loops and then build the vertical one after to go through them loops. I think that's how we're gonna do it. But that and more all has to wait for next time when we play more Rollercoaster Tycoon.